The nationally ranked Western Michigan football team traveled to Ohio last weekend to take on MAC East co-leader Akron. Jarvion Franklin rushed for a school record 281 yards, while Zach Terrell and Corey Davis each scored 2 touchdowns. Led by linebacker Caleb Bailey, the Western Michigan defense held Akron to under 300 yards of total offense and posted the school's first shutout in a decade. Final score, Western Michigan 41, Akron 0. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach PJ Fleck joins me for all the highlights on Week 7 of Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Little Caesars, home of the $5 Hot and Ready Classic, is driving your taste buds crazy with our new loaded Crazy Bread Bites for just $4. We start with our world-famous Crazy Bread, cut into delicious bite-sized pieces. Then we amp up the flavor with creamy cheddar cheese sauce, mozzarella and Munster cheese, and tasty applewood bacon, all baked to perfection. Need more kick? We've added a side of jalapenos. Try our loaded Crazy Bread Bites for just $4, only at Little Caesars.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Subaru. Maple Hill and Subaru, they're becoming synonymous with best of quality, for the love, for the trust, everything that you want in buying a car. Consumers Magazine puts them as #1 year after year. The only brand that's had 3 Motor Trend Car of the Year awards. The only SUVs that have ever repeated that many times in the past 5 years. We're proud to be a Subaru dealer.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
We didn't just break the mold, we made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want.
Chapman has the snap, runs straight ahead. He's hit and he's stopped. And the Broncos stop him on 4th down and 1. Spillane fires through the gap and brings him down for a loss. And the Broncos take over on downs.
Well, the Broncos traveled to Akron, Ohio last weekend to take on one of the top teams in the MAC East Division, the Akron Zips, and the Broncos prevailed. They scored early and often and went on to a 41-0 shutout win, the Broncos' first shutout since 2006. With head coach PJ Fleck, and tremendous outing on both sides of the ball, Coach.
It really was. I thought we played our best defensive game since we've been here. Ed Pinkham, David Duggan, Jimmy Williams put together an incredible game plan. And I thought offensively, we scored early, we scored often when we needed to. And again, we didn't finish the first half like we wanted to, but we came back in the second half, scored on 2 out of 3 possessions. And I thought our best players played their best at times. And then special teams, we've did what we had to do.
It was a beautiful day in Akron, and the Zips won the toss, so they deferred and they kicked to you, and you went right down the field and put together a 75-yard, 10-play drive.
Yeah, this is a credit to our players and Coach Shiraka. They put together an elite game plan just to be able to score first and then score often as it kept happening. That's tough to do, and the game plan was perfect, and I thought our players executed it.
That's Jarvion Franklin. He ends up with a school record 281 yards. Here's Zach Terrell scrambling, and he's done that well this year, picking his spots.
He really has, and what he's done is he's kept us out of 3rd and longs for the most part. You know, even on a 2nd down and 10, if he does scramble, he'll pick up 4 or 5, and it puts us in 3rd and manageable.
That's Jamari Bogan. He got a couple of runs in this game, but then you held him out the rest of the way. Jarvion was having so much success, and here you are going outside to Michael Henry.
Yeah, Michael Henry's playing really well for us. He's blocking really well, and you can see Corey Davis on the outside blocking for him and Carrington Thompson. Very selfless group of receivers, and they're getting better each week.
And Zach Terrell takes it in for the touchdown. 3 minutes 36 seconds on that 10-play, 75-yard drive. Here's another look at the touchdown, and he just lowers his shoulder and takes it in.
Yeah, it was an option we ran down there in the goal line situation, and I thought Zach did a tremendous job reading it, and he knew he could get it in, and we trust him to do that. He did just that.
Butch Hampton with the point after, and the Broncos lead it 7-0. Now your defense comes out, and you 3 and out them.
Yeah, we needed to be able to have a fast start on defense. We wanted to get up early. We wanted to be able to have some 3 and outs, and it worked perfectly in terms of you want those things at times, but executing those things is another thing. I mean, that's a lot harder to do than most people think, but I was really proud of the efforts, and I'm glad that we were able to get that done.
I'll tell you, their punter might have been their MVP in this game. He kept you guys pinned down there in the wrong end of the field for a lot of the game, but you guys put together some nice long drives, and here's a big play that got you out of trouble.
Yeah, we needed some big plays in this game. We needed to be able to throw the ball down the field to be able to soften up the box, and that's what we did with Jarvion for Jarvion Franklin running so much. We threw the ball early and often, and then when we did run it, there was a nice soft box for us, and we were able to get a lot of yards, obviously, rushing.
Zach Terrell with another scramble, and he continues to lead your football team, and here's a run by Jarvion to the right, and he gets you down there inside the 5.
Yeah, you know what? He just ran so hard. You got to give offensive line a ton of credit. Brian Callahan, Kenny Burns, Bill Kenny. They do a wonderful job each week of putting our players in the most advantageous positions to be in, and we were up 14-0, which was a great start to the game.
Trayvon Chapman is a dangerous quarterback, throwing and running. He's very good at running the football, but you held him in check.
He's very good at running the football. That's what he does best. And we wanted to keep everything in front of us. And then when we get a chance to tackle him, we had to put him on the ground. And I thought our players did a tremendous job. This was a heck of a catch on a long 3rd down by Carrington Thompson. Just what a play.
Carrington came back to the football. Zach was scrambling, and your drive continues. And here you are mixing the run with the pass, and here goes the big guy again.
Well, we're at our best when we're balanced, and I thought Coach Rocket did a great job of keeping that balance all throughout the game. Not necessarily just the yards, but run to pass and pass to run. I thought he did a great job.
Western Michigan applying the pressure on that Akron defense, opening up a 3-touchdown lead, and then 27-0 at halftime. Here's a great catch by Corey Davis. Just got a foot in bounds there in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, what a route. I mean, he explodes out of his break point, sets a really nice angle, and just what a perfect ball by Zach to give him an opportunity where only he can catch it.
Corey Davis with his first of 2 touchdowns. That was his 9th touchdown grab of the year. And there's David Curl getting in the backfield.
Yeah, what a senior. I mean, he's one of those guys who drank the dirty water back in the 1-11 days, and now he's finally getting a little bit of righteousness, and he's playing really well and at a high level right now.
One of Jarvion's longer runs of the day. And here's the touchdown run by Davon Tucker.
Yeah, he's getting better and better. You know, he's just a redshirt freshman. People are really going to like this young man as he continues to go through our program. One of the most humble people you ever meet. But again, he's just getting better and better. And thank gosh we have the depth we have at running back right now.
All right, Akron going back to work, and they're struggling here trying to move the football. The Bronco defense has him hemmed in. There's Caleb Bailey chasing him down. Caleb was the MAC West Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, he's gotten better and better each week. This quarterback really scrambled all over the place. And I mean, when I say scramble, he did. He went from one side to the other side, back to the other side. He wore our D-line out at times, but we were able to make more plays than them. Definitely on the defensive side of the ball.
And there you saw Caleb with the interception, his first career interception, 1 of 2 on the day for the Broncos, and they can't get anything going with their deep ball, as the secondary did a great job in covering.
You know, we knew what we were going to get. There's a team that averaged 36 points a game, and we knew that we were going to get something like that, and I'm just proud that they were able to hold their ground, stand their ground, and really use our fundamentals and techniques better than we have on defense in the past.
The Broncos up 27-0 at the half. We'll come back and take a look at the second half highlights. Western Michigan at Akron in Week 7. Now timeout on Bronco Review.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's installed windows, roofing, siding, and sunrooms, satisfying thousands of customers throughout West Michigan. Right now at BlackBerry, you can get 10 of our best-selling, high-performance, double-hung windows for only $44.50 installed. 18 months no-interest financing and 10 windows for just $44.50 installed. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
At Galesburg Ford, we all agree we love football.
And I like the Honolulu blue and
slower. Brown and gold all the way. I kind of like purple.
We may all cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. That's to put you in the right car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle,
now you can score your next vehicle at Galesburg Ford.
Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
I love my job, but I was so tired I could hardly get through the day. That's where I knew something had to change. The team at the Borges Heart Institute found a heart arrhythmia. After they treated me, I had so much more energy. That's where I started finding time for me again.
Watch more Borges patient stories at thatswhere.com.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank.
Oink, 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 oink.
A Momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With Momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
To the 10, to the 15, there is to the 20, 25, 30. He may not be caught this time. He will not. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. For Davis, he's got it for the touchdown. Corey Davis, touchdown, Western Michigan. And they'll give it off to Dave onto his right, down to the 5, cuts it back inside, into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Davon Tucker takes it to the house, and the Broncos lead it 27-0.
The Broncos up 27-0 at the half as the Western Michigan defense plays just outstanding football in that first 30 minutes. And PJ, you put together 2 long, time-consuming scoring drives in the second half to add a couple more scores.
You know, I think we only had 3 total possessions on offense in the second half, scored on 2 of them. We needed to, though. We needed to put the game out of reach. And as well as our defense was playing, we were able to have those types of drives. We wanted to be able to have 16, 17 play drives and really own the second half with time of possession. And I think it's just a critical key component to winning football games is the time of possession for the most part in terms of the way we run our offense.
Here's Caleb with one of his tackles for loss in the game, and he was just outstanding in this contest at Akron. And again, more good coverage by your secondary, and Sante Brown there helping out on the coverage. And now you have the football back.
Well, we just got to be efficient. We got to run our offense all the time, you know, and we can't get away from it. I think we run it really well when we're in sync and we have balance, and that's what you saw in the second half.
Jarvion is an excellent pass receiver, and he had 299 yards of all-purpose yardage.
Yeah, he's a special running back, and people always talk about this is the Jarvion of year 1. No, this is the new Jarvion. Jarvion's gotten so much better. He's learned from his failing. He's grown higher. He's also learned from his success, too, and has stayed incredibly humble and incredibly selfless.
Now, this guy is a runner, and he can really do it, but you hemmed him in all day long. He couldn't get loose, and he come up with what looked to be a pick, but they ruled that hit the ground, so not an interception. But here you got him hemmed in, and Keon Adams with a sack, and they got penalized for throwing it away, intentional grounding there.
I did that a few times, you know, but again, it's just the pursuit of our defensive line, the resiliency, the how that we have gotten so much better at over the course of the last few years.
All right, Jarvion again, and he went over the 200-yard mark in the third quarter and just kept adding on. Here's his biggest run of the day. He almost took this one to the house here as they were able to track him down from behind.
Yeah, you know what, he's just getting better and better. And one thing I'll say is that our offensive line does a tremendous job opening some nice holes for him. Zach does a great job extending his reads and his rides when he doesn't have the ball. And then he gets great downfield blocking by our wide receivers and tight ends.
Here's Corey into the end zone, just shedding tacklers, his 10th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, he's just a special guy. I hope everybody in Kalamazoo really enjoys him. They don't come around very often like that. Not only just as a player, but he's such an amazing person. I hope that we do cherish what we have here in Kalamazoo with Corey Davis.
All right, now your defense goes back to work, and the shutout continues. They just continue to put pressure, and There was a lot of Bronco fans in Akron, Ohio last weekend. They were all sitting on the 50-yard line.
They were. I tell you, there was hundreds of fans for us, and I was very pleased to be able to see that. And when Bronco Nation travels really strong, that's a lot of fun.
They tried to run the ball, but to no avail. There's Keon making another tackle. Keon's having an all-conference kind of season.
He really is. He's one of the best defensive ends in the league. He deserves it. He's worked incredibly hard, and it never has been easy for him.
Yeah, that third quarter drive was 95 yards, and they have a fourth quarter drive of 92 yards. Here's the defense just stymieing Chapman. He's got nowhere to go. Nathan Bracer and Keon getting in there on him. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, I love when our team sacks a quarterback. I really do. It's a wonderful feeling. It puts people in really tough positions. But it also just shows how relentless we are, and we're not going to stop. We're going to play 60 minutes of football, and I thought they did that.
Comes Jarvion again up the middle for another big gain. You know, he averaged 8.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, he likes to run the football now. He likes getting the ball, I promise you that. One thing I keep talking about is our running back room is very selfless, but don't get me wrong, they all want the football.
Kind of an unsung hero in this game, too, is Odell Miller. Odell came in and played for Donnie Ernsberg and did a great job.
He really did. I tell you, he's a very, very improved football player. Maybe one of the most improved football players on our team. He's on scholarship now and well-deserving.
There's Zach taking it into the end zone and celebrating with his lineman.
You know, even offensively, I'll say we didn't even play our best game. There was a lot of mistakes to be made. If you were on that bus and you saw a lot of kids that were very excited we won, excited the team did well, but when you don't play your best, you kind of feel that too. Like you felt like you could have did more, and I think there's a lot of guys that felt that way. But you can still score 41 points, and that happened, you're doing something right.
Here's your kick coverage team. They're down there making plays.
Yeah, Brad Tanner, a true freshman from Romeo.
And he's the other 31 on your team.
He's the other 31, correct. But he's the true freshman from Romeo High School here in Michigan, state champ in high school, and playing a lot of special teams for us right now and waiting his turn.
Here's your D. They want that shutout. In fact, they wanted to add some points there, but he just got back outside the end zone. Game over, and you celebrate with your fans, and that's that's becoming a regular tradition. And here's another tradition.
Yeah,
Coach diving into the pile.
Yeah, they like wanted to take my shoes off on this one or something. These guys are hilarious. I mean, they get probably more enjoyment out of that than I do. You know, it's kind of like one of those piles that you have on the bottom of the pile. A lot of things go on when you're in the air that you just kind of want to get down pretty quick.
They had a fireworks show, and it was a tremendous fireworks show, and we all enjoyed it, all the Bronco fans that were there celebrating a 41-zip win over Akron. We'll be back with more Bronco Review after this timeout.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, from brakes and alignments to paintless dent repair. Dunshee works with all insurance companies and provides you with a lifetime warranty on collision repair and workmanship. So for the personal hometown service you want and the high-quality, no-pressure repair you deserve, give them a call at 375-2100 or visit them on the web at DunsheeBody.com. Dunshee Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Subaru. Maple Hill and Subaru, they're becoming synonymous with best of quality, for the love, for the trust, everything that you want in buying a car. Consumers Magazine puts them as #1 year after year. The only brand that's had 3 Motor Trend Car of the Year awards. The only SUVs that have ever repeated that many times in the past 5 years. We're proud to be a Subaru dealer.
Choosing a home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, but choosing a mortgage doesn't have to be. At Arbor Financial, our knowledgeable staff will help you find a mortgage that's right for you, like our mortgage special with no money down, no PMI, and terms up to 30 years. You find the home, we'll make it easy. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Little Caesars, home of the $5 Hot and Ready Classic, is driving your taste buds crazy with our new loaded Crazy Bread Bites for just $4. We start with our world-famous Crazy Bread, cut into delicious bite-sized pieces. Then we amp up the flavor with creamy cheddar cheese sauce, mozzarella and Munster cheese, and tasty applewood bacon, all baked to perfection. Need more kick? We've added a side of jalapenos. Try our loaded Crazy Bread Bites for just $4, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Looking downfield, steps up, now he's scrambling, rolling, steps back at the 32, throws over the middle, intercepted by the Broncos. Casey Carson with a pick down at the 2. Western Michigan with its second pick of the game, and it's Casey Carson from Battle Creek with the interception.
Casey Carson, linebacker for the Broncos from Battle Creek, one of 2 interceptions by the Western Michigan defense last weekend in that 41-0 win over Akron. And Casey and that linebacker core had a great game.
They really did. I'd say they're getting better and better. David Duggan has come in and I think has really taken our linebacker play to a different level. And he's done that by the fundamentals, the details, and really teaching them how to play the actual linebacker position. He's not playing with just puppies anymore. You know, he's actually gotten guys that have played a lot of football. Now he can kind of mold them into a little bit more specific of what they want to become. Every one of our backers had to learn every one of our linebacker positions. It's very difficult to do when you're young, but they're forced to. And now, you know, we can really focus in on you're the Will, you're the Mike, you're the Sam, and we can really become to master our positions, which we haven't had a chance of doing in the past.
One of the guys has played virtually all those positions is Robert Spillane, and he made a great play in this football game. 4th down play where he came firing through the gap and brought down their quarterback, turned the ball over to you guys. You went in and scored on 3 plays, and that was basically the football game. That was maybe the biggest play of the game.
It was, and our players voted that as the best play of the game on defense. And so we've got that picture up on our second floor of him making that tackle. And everybody had to do their job, but Robert saw first dayline, he hit it, and it was impressive. I felt it on the sideline. Those are one of those hits that you feel, you know, and that's what football's about. You can actually feel it yourself.
All right, we'll be back and look ahead to next week's opponent, Eastern Michigan. Now this time out on Bronco Review.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus. What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your family and friends about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the fastest growing credit union in Michigan. With some of the best checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Anyone can open an account. So tell your friends. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Your home can look its best with a little help from BlackBerry. For more than 30 years, BlackBerry's installed energy-efficient replacement windows, sided homes with great-looking vinyl siding, replaced roofs, gutters, shutters, and doors. We have thousands of satisfied customers throughout West Michigan. Right now at BlackBerry, it's our home improvement sale. Save on upgrades to your home, plus get 18 months of no-interest financing. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
I was teeing off on the 13th hole. I watched the shot fade right. I felt dizzy, and then I fell backwards. That's where I almost died.
The doctors, the nurses, everybody there was just wonderful. They never gave up.
That's where I got my life back.
For my first trick, I'll switch one brother for another brother. Mom and Dad, will you help? Abracadabra.
What happened to Alex?
I don't know. I didn't practice that part.
The switch works better at Galesburg Ford, where you can trade in your old vehicle for a new Ford with innovative technologies like foot-operated lift gates and EcoBoost engines.
See why people are making the switch at Galesburg Ford.
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Here's Zach back to throw on a 3-step, throws the post route to Davis, broke a tackle down to the goal line, he's in! Touchdown, Western Michigan! Corey Davis
for the touchdown, his second of the game and 10th of the season, and the Broncos lead it 33-0.
Corey Davis, the MAC's all-time leading receiver, his 10th touchdown reception this season. Fans are running out of home games to see one of the greatest receivers ever to play in Kalamazoo. And Corey's just a special guy, and they'll go up against Eastern Michigan this week.
He will. First of all, he is a special guy. He's a special person, and that's why you see the special results on the field. When your best players are your hardest workers, you have something special, and he fits that bill. Eastern Michigan's on a roll. They're 5-2. They're 2-1 in conference. Once you start to win, just like we did a few years ago, once you start to win, it just goes downhill from here, and downhill in a good way because it picks up steam and nothing can stop it. So we got our work cut out for us. I'm sure they'd like nothing better to beat a top 25 team, especially within the conference, especially within the same state, especially for recruiting the same type of players. So we have got to make sure that we are at our absolute best, and we started that in practice.
The Broncos and Eastern Michigan hooking up 3:30 Saturday afternoon at Waldo Stadium. And Eastern Michigan is probably, I think they are, the most improved team in the football bowl subdivision.
They're close, if not the most improved. They are pretty close. They've really done an outstanding job of scheduling. They've obviously done a really good job of recruiting and developing their players. And they got their players to believe in the culture. And once you start winning, it brings validity to what you've been talking about. And that's exactly what's happened there, and Chris Creighton's done an outstanding job.
3 home games left, fans. The Broncos are ranked 20th in the country. They went up 3 spots in the coaches poll, and you went up 4 spots in the media poll, the Associated Press poll. Number 20 in both polls, fans. Wow, that's something.
Yeah, the only spot we care about is we're 0-0. We want to have a 1 next to our name in terms of the win column and a 0 in the L column this week, and that's all that matters to us.
All right, Western Michigan and Eastern Michigan, Saturday afternoon, Waldo Stadium, 3:30 kick, just 3 home games left. You've got Eastern Michigan this week, an improved opponent, and Bronco fans are starting to take notice, Coach. Let's fill up Waldo Stadium.
Yeah, we need to fill up Waldo Stadium, and again, it's a top 20 program now, right? We were a top 25, now we're a top 20 program. You have that right here in Kalamazoo, and that's what we've always wanted. It's what you do in Kalamazoo, and we'll take all types of other fans too. If there's a game that or a team you're usually a fan of, and they don't happen to play during the time that we do, come on out, we'll take you.
Coach, good luck against the Eagles.
I appreciate it, Row the Boat.
And we'll be back next week with all the highlights of the Western Michigan-Eastern Michigan game at Waldo Stadium. Coach Fleck and our Bronco News staff, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. So long, everybody.